Hey everybody, it's Dave Juno, the Meniere's Disease Warrior. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. I hope you all had a great weekend. It's Thanksgiving in America, so I hope my American people here, subscribers, hope you had a great weekend and didn't overdo it with the salt. I didn't actually. I was surprised. So today I had found a couple of posts about Sound Pharmaceutical coming from businesswire.com, which always seems to be the same thing. The people who put out an article for Sound Pharmaceutical, and it always seems like it's worded the same way, they just changed the date up top. And I'm kind of like, okay, here we go again. And the thing is like, I want Ebselen to pass, SPi-1005. I do, because if it's going to help people, that's awesome. Might help me with my right ear. This one, it's not going to. I'm totally deaf without the cochlear. I had a labyrinthectomy years ago, so it's not going to do anything for me. It's the same thing like when I talked about beta histine last week. I can't take beta histine because my body produces an abundance of histamine. It would literally kill me. So I decided to, let's go to the FDA. Let's check out what is going on. He's always saying, because in this article, it always says it's on that fast track, to get approval. Well, it's been on a fast track since 2023. So, I found via United Parcel Service an email, Sound Pharmaceutical Incorporated, attention, Dr. Michael Wald. Dear Dr. Wall, initial review and all this stuff. You are the responsible party for showing above identified trials and this and that and the other thing. And this is from 2023, and I didn't see anything on here about fast track. It did talk about how I think they had to resubmit everything because they resubmitted it to the wrong people. I think that's what I got out of it. That they had to resubmit everything, they're responsible, blah, 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 blah. Nothing about fast track. That's from 2023, and that is the only thing I could find from the FDA. And the FDA even says on their website, we do not talk about medications. We don't talk about trials. Go to Clincaltrials.gov. Clincaltrials.gov. So I did. I went to Clincaltrials.gov. And the only thing I found for test results was phase 2B from 2023. And it said there were 82 people who participated. And they had a whole bunch of different things, but I'm just going to keep it as clear and concise as I can, because it went into race and this and that and the other thing. So they had 82 people. So first it was the placebo, sugar pill. 16% of the 82 people said they responded. Their hearing got a little better from the placebo. More like they're in that fluctuating hearing stage. But okay. Now they got the 200 milligram of Ebselen, SPi-1005. 38% of the people. Now I'm talking percentage here. I'm not talking people. Percentage responded to it, that's great. That's over a third. That's great for Meniere's disease because not everything works for Meniere's disease. And then they had the 400, and I think the 400 was 15% of the 82 people responded saying the hearing was increased, which is okay. But you got to understand, these are percentages of 82 people. So it's not like, it's not 36 people. It's a percentage of that. So, it sounds good and that was the phase 2B from 2023. And that's the only thing I could find on there. I found a write-up, but there was no result with it from 2024. But it said nothing about fast-tracking it. And when people talk about fast-track, literally, the disease or the syndrome has to be extremely serious, which Meniere's is. I mean, you can fall and break your neck if you get dizzy or vertigo. So it is serious, and being deaf is a serious thing. Or death, okay, which is the only ways you get it fast track. So, yeah, is it on the serious side? Yeah. So, I mean, this is what I'm finding, but I'm seeing people that do post information, and I'm like, where are they getting this? Are they getting it just from Sound Pharmaceutical? And it seems like they're the only ones talking about it. Okay? And I think one of the reasons why you're seeing an article in Business Wire all the time is because I believe I don't know because I don't work there, but most likely they're looking for investors. Okay? They need to generate money. If they're not generating money, they can't build the factories. If they can't build the factories, guess what? No matter if this gets approved or not, they're not going to be able to put it out. So it's a big money roll. Big pharma. Okay? So that was what I found in my research, and normally I kind of stay away from doing that research and stuff, and I kind of wait for other people to post. But I'll say this: my friend Neil Canham, he's got a blog, and I forget the name of the blog, and he's an admin of a support group on Facebook, and man, he really goes at it. When he wants to know something that has to do with Meniere's, he searches hell and high water. And that's what kind of triggered me. I'm like, maybe I should be a little bit more like Neil. So Neil kind of inspired me. Because he put out an article yesterday, and it was fascinating. That he got to interview, I have to look, because I can't say the guy's name. Dr. Jose Antonio Lopez Escamez. Dr. Jose, I hope I'm saying, if you see this, I hope I'm saying your name right. But he's a researcher from Australia, and I watched his videos last night. One was I don't know what you'd call it. It was a Zoom meeting, but I think he was speaking at a conference, and he really was so easy to understand what he was talking about. And he's a researcher of Meniere's, and he's getting into, I don't know if he's been doing it or he's been doing research with genetics and stuff, and that kind of clicked a little bit, especially when he was saying, when they were talking about hereditary, or they were calling it familial, something like that. I'll say familia. I mean, he's Mexican, he'll understand. I mean, Spanish, he'll understand familia, or familia, I should say. It's the same word in Sicilian. But that in the family, hereditary, and how that genetics could be, and all that stuff. Now, for me, I'm the only one in my family. Both sides, my mother's side, my father's side. And I even went even further back to ask their other families, my other cousins and stuff that I actually, one I looked up, and the other one I remembered from when I was a kid. Nobody's ever had it. So I don't think I fall into that. But he also said something about how it still could be genetic, which in this day and age, who knows? I mean, in the 60s when I was born, they were giving mothers everything. I mean, God. But it was just interesting, and Neil got to interview him. And Neil's article was fascinating. It was just fascinating and inspired me. I wish I could write like he does. And even my friend Julianne Wallace, who knows Dr. Jose, because I asked her, I said, is this the guy you told me about? She's like, oh, yeah. And they both research, the thing with Julianne and with Neil is they research. And I'm like, I got to do that. And especially with this Ebselen, because so many people just aren't really educated about it. They just see one or two words and they run with it. And today with AI, it's even crazier. People can type in Ebselen and AI, I'll give them a write out, and then it can make a video of some guy saying something that this is what's going to work. I saw one of those videos today. And I could tell it was an AI generated video. There was breaks in his lips. There was breaks in the video. And he was saying how red light therapy cures Meniere's. And I'm like, you're kidding me. No, it doesn't. It's just shining a light. And it was two people with, I don't know, red light pens in their ears. Okay. So with AI, it's even dangerous. But this is what I wanted to say, is I'm not seeing anything about being on a fast track, either from FDA or Clincaltrials.gov. And the only one who's really spouting information out about it is Sound Pharmaceutical. So you can do your own research. You can come to your own opinion. I just hope, this thing's going to come out. It's going to help a lot of people. And it's not going to be some technicality. Excuse me, I'm still getting over whatever bug I had 2 weeks ago. I just hope it gets approved, and it does, and it gets approved to help a lot of people, and does not get approved because of some technicality, wording or anything. I mean, that's what happened with beta-histine. Beta-histine was originally approved in the United States for 5 years. Then, the FDA went back to do a review, and they found a ton of discrepancies. So they had to take it off the market. I guess now, actually, from going to Clincaltrials.gov, they are actually checking out beta-histine again. So that would be awesome, too, because if you can get beta-histine in the United States, that'd be awesome. That would help even more people. Because some people swear by it. So that would help even more people. So that, I did see that. I was like, wow. So there are some things coming around. But yeah, just, be a little wary, because when you're seeing one company spouting all kinds of stuff, and then the FDA's like, we don't have anything from 2023. What the hell's going on, 2024, it's 2025, 2026. Now, I know the FDA and the clinical trials are not going to spout out all kinds of stuff, but, where's this information coming from? Why is it the FDA won't say things, but Sound Pharmaceuticals saying the FDA is saying it? I don't know. So, like I said, I hope it comes out. I hope it helps a lot of people. Please don't hate the messenger, but that is what I found, in which is very little on when it's coming out, and very little from that article. But I tell you, the 200 milligram version of Ebselen, 38%. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And if the 400 was 16% of the 82 people, that's pretty good. So hopefully they could tweak it. They could do whatever, and it'll help a lot more people. So on that note, have a great weekend. Have a great week if I don't make another video, and I'll talk to you all soon. Take care.